Hey, good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you in the North Georgia First Alert Weather Center with your weather update here on your April 9th, 2025. And yes, we're back on Facebook. Although we had to launch a new page to do it, we're having to restart over. So if you have not yet followed this page officially, make sure you go down below to the comment section. Make sure you hit the main Facebook page link there and give us a like on that page. And if you're following this on YouTube, make sure you give us a subscribe as we're kind of starting over again. Hopefully we can merge the pages back together in the future, but I decided the best thing for us to do for right now is to just start over and get this ball rolling again. All right, what a great looking afternoon. It is gorgeous all across North Georgia, and we're in store for a bit of an iffy day for tomorrow. We do have a threat of some severe weather in the form of potential hailstorms, to be honest with you, and some strong gusty winds. I'll explain that here in just a second. And this is for going into basically Thursday night and into Friday morning. All right, so let's go ahead and take a live look right now at Helen, Georgia, as we're looking at abundant sunshine, a beautiful afternoon, a little light breeze there, looking pretty good there across portions of northeast Georgia for today. Heading on down toward Lake Lanier, also looking at abundant sunshine, just a light breeze. How would you like to be on that sailboat right about now? I think that'd be a pretty good idea. Not looking too bad there across Lake Lanier. All right, let's look at the radar right now. Got a clean sweep here across the area. Maybe a little bit different by the time we get into tomorrow afternoon. We may see a few thunderstorms. The highest rain chances tomorrow are going to be up toward the north and progressively lower the closer to metro Atlanta you get for tomorrow. So areas there from, say, Blue Ridge on over to Blairsville, this area up here, you're going to have the higher 60, 70% rain chance, and it kind of tapers off to about 30 heading on down toward metro Atlanta. So kind of a topsy-turvy forecast tomorrow. A little bit of the high river warnings back here, but otherwise looking pretty good and quiet here across North Georgia here for this afternoon. All right, let's look at our regional radar right now. All clear, looking pretty good. Temperatures here in the 60s, a little bit below average, that's for sure, where normal highs are supposed to be in the 70s for this time of year. But sitting at 61 degrees there in the Lawrenceville area, for example. Commerce checking in at 60 degrees right now, and Calhoun checking in at 64 across North Georgia, in the 60s, of course, back over here across Alabama as well. All right, looking at our regional satellite imagery, looking pretty good. A lot of clear skies here. Got some cold clouds here, a little bit of easterly wind. Bring some clouds there across portions of southeast Georgia, but otherwise across North Georgia looking pretty good. Not a cloud to be seen there on the satellite imagery. All right, so here's the story we got for tomorrow. We got a cold core, kind of a little bit of a cutoff low trying to form here coming at us for tomorrow. One thing about those cold cores is that you got some daytime heating there, and it's very easy for column air to kind of rise up and bubble up. So we got this little pocket of severe weather here. What's going to happen with these, because of the cold nature of them, you're probably going to see some hailstorms in with this, maybe coming in across portions of northwest Georgia. They did increase the size on this a little bit here by this afternoon as compared to what we had this morning. So, and with those, some brief heavy winds. So heavy winds, some hail, and then it'll move on off. Not expecting a lot of heavy rain with this stuff. This stuff's going to be moving pretty good, but it's going to be large hail and the possibility of some damaging winds with these storms as they move on through. Not expecting anything as far as tornadic is concerned. That's going to be relatively low. But again, that's what I'm expecting here across our region going in for tomorrow. So let's go ahead and look at this. We're going to look at the high resolution model data here first. So again, watch that timestamp there up there in the upper right-hand corner as I kind of take you through this. So you can get an idea of when we're going to be seeing this stuff coming into our neighborhoods for this afternoon. So let's go ahead and check on this. Again, looking pretty good here for tonight and then going into tomorrow. So we're going to be watching as we go into the late afternoon hours. That's when we'll first start to see things begin to bubble up here as we go toward 3 or 4 o'clock. Got a few showers there across the North Georgia area. You see there by 3 o'clock, you got a few showers there across extreme northeast Georgia there coming on by. But it's going to be a little bit later in the afternoon. You'll start seeing things bubble up. There it goes right there. Boom. As we head towards 6 o'clock, we'll see some potential storms in here. Here's the main cold core back here as this kind of shifts into Alabama. So these storms will be quick moving. They're going to be, again, possibility of some hail and maybe some large hail, but I think most of it for the most part will be like pea-sized, nickel-sized hail with this. That could accumulate, by the way. I think these are textbook hailers in here. You see it kind of moving in toward Alabama as this little cold core comes on in. Looks like the bulk of the severe weather will be kind of over Alabama, but some of this might kind of sneak in across the northwest sections of Georgia as we go into the overnight hours. This is at 10 o'clock at night. So again, you kind of see that. We got a few hailers there initially in the afternoon with a few thunderstorms, and then we watch this cold core come across, and that comes on going in toward Friday. And then by the time we go to Friday morning, maybe a few morning showers there for Friday morning across North Georgia, and then we'll see things begin to improve as we go into the upcoming weekend. Now, speaking of the weekend, we'll go look at the European model. We'll take this all the way through. So we do going to have another cool down here. Notice the 540 line sitting right here. So we definitely got another drop off in temperatures going to Friday and Saturday, but then a quick rebound in those temperatures as we go through the weekend. We're going to see, again, the winds are going to kick around out of the south and kind of coming out of the west. So westerly wind for us is definitely one of those that warm us up here as we go through the weekend. So anticipating temperatures warming back up again. And going into our Tuesday, maybe a chance of a shower here. I want another model run on this. There's been no real consistency on it. If we do get a shower, it'll be very, very brief going through that today on Tuesday. And then we kind of cool things off going into your Wednesday. As again, you see that 540 freezing line coming down here south once again. And as a result of this, we'll see if there hasn't been really consistency on the 7-day on this. So I want to get another model run to see if we need to lower the temperatures there on day 7. I want another run to see if we're going to settle in on that. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your forecast here. Look at your surface map as we look at the latest from the National Weather Service here as we kind of track this and kind of watch me as I kind of highlight this coming on through. Again, looking pretty good. And then we're going to watch this storm coming in for tomorrow night. So there's that rain. It really shoots up quite a bit going in towards 7 o'clock at night and going into the evening hours. And then a few showers possible going into Friday morning. And then Saturday looking good. We got that nice area of high pressure here building in across the southeast, moving on in. That's going to set up for a very nice weekend for Saturday and Sunday. Although I think Sunday will probably be the better day. It'll be a bit warmer going into Sunday, looking good on a Sunday. Monday looking pretty good. Here comes Tuesday with a dry front, although the European is trying to kick out some rain. I want to hold off on that right now. And then Wednesday, we got another area of high pressure building in here across the area. And it could be the colder temperatures up here across New England as we head toward midweek. So let's look at your forecast here for tomorrow. All right, so again, just keep in mind, we're looking for some showers down toward the Gainesville area. You up toward Helen, you up toward the northern areas, Blue Ridge over to Blairsville. Might see a rumble of thunder for tomorrow afternoon, 70 and 46. Morning lows, everybody generally in the 40s tonight, clear skies. Another light jacket morning for tomorrow, but not quite as cold as what we had this morning. No 30s out there for tomorrow. Winds will be near calm. Daytime highs in the 60s. Again, we're expecting a few thunderstorms up here across the north. Blue Ridge, over to Clayton, Ellijay, Dahlonega, all up in here. You may see that initial rain chances there. We're in the 70s along the periphery and upper 60s up here across the northeast Georgia mountains. Partly sunny skies. Again, watch out for a few showers down here and a few rumbles of thunder up here across North Georgia. All right, let's look at your regional forecast. 72 in Nashville, 75 Memphis, 80 in Jackson, as well as Mobile and New Orleans, holding on to the 70s along the coast there. And again, we'll watch that disturbance kind of slide through here going into Thursday night and into Friday morning. Here goes 7-day forecast here again. We got that chance of rain coming in here for the afternoon. Highest rain chances will be Thursday night into Friday morning. So that'll spike quite a bit as that disturbance rolls through. This rain chance on Friday looks like it's going to be in the morning hours, but 66-50, 63-44. So a cool day on Saturday. Better day on Sunday, 71 and 40. But look at that big warm up on Monday, back in the 80s here on Monday and Tuesday. And then we cool it back down into the upper 60s going into that following Wednesday with a cool down there behind that front. Could be a little bit cooler than that, maybe flirting with temperatures closer to the mid 60s. We'll see as we go toward Wednesday. The timing on the next front might change a little bit going into day 7. That's the only question mark I got on the 7-day forecast here for right now. So again, glad to be back up here on Facebook. I'm going to need everybody's help as best we can. Please share this forecast with your friends and neighbors. We got to get the audience back up. We were knocking on 35,000 before we had the rug pulled out on us by a hacker and a spammer that got control of my page, and it's been down for over 3 weeks, and still no indication from Facebook on when we'll get it back. Now, they did tell me that I will have once I do get it back, to merge the pages, which is great. That means the followers will all come together. So anybody new will still be on the new page, and all the old followers, they'll all come together, and we'll merge those pages together. But who knows when that'll happen. So in the meantime, please help us out. Let's get our audience built back up. Again, our goal is to become the premier weather source here across North Georgia. That goal has not changed. We hit a roadblock, but we're going to go around that roadblock, and we're going to get it going again. All right? You guys take it easy. Be good, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next report. Till then, y'all have a great day. Good night, folks.